Bulldog Nation, you are now going to witness, watch, and listen to the best podcast in the league. Get set for a wild ride with From the Hill Podcast, featuring Wayne Cartwright, Damian Green, Tanarius Gooden, David Thomas, Jennifer Murray, and Corey Williams. Don't miss out. Subscribe now to From the Hill Podcast. It's time to turn up the excitement and make some noise.
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing this evening?
What's going on, fellas?
Hey, what's good, man? Doing good.
And you know something, man? I went down there and we went to Birmingham and I worked the track meet. We'll show a little bit about that here in a bit. But man, it's so funny how Jay the Great, Jay ain't gonna sit up there and say that it was warm when I went down before I went down there, and then it was cold after I left. I was like, man, I ain't bringing no cold weather. Don't put that on me.
So you brought
they always put that blame on us.
I said, do not put that on us, man. It's cold because the Lord said it was supposed to be cold for y'all.
y'all had enough of that 75, 80-degree weather. It's time to bring y'all back to reality.
Exactly. So look, man, everybody tonight, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good show for the cooling you tonight, man. We talking about all this stuff cool. So if you coming with a cool attitude and you feeling in a cool mood, come on in here, man. Participate in them comments. If you had a tough day, man, we're gonna make sure that we get on some good subjects, man. We'll get a few good laughs. We'll be informative for you tonight, man. We just want everybody to have a good time. Make sure that if you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to our podcast. Hit the like button. Please hit that like button. Those hit it on YouTube, also hit it on Facebook. Do all that as you go along tonight. And also make sure you share with people. Hey, From the Hill Podcast is on. Y'all come on. Forget the State of the Union. You already know what he gonna say and what he ain't gonna say. Just come on, watch this, and it's gonna be a full summary about all the shenanigans later at the State of the Union address. All right. So come on, keep it locked with From the Hill Podcast, because we're gonna do it cool tonight for the cooling you. And of course, across the bottom of the screen, we got all of the updates of all of the sports that are happening. Right, big things happening on the Hill on Saturday. All right. So what I'm going to do before I get too far, let's start with this guy.
Oh man, shout out to NASA. I'm still kind of fire, bro.
It's literally Fayetteville.
It's
bro.
Fayetteville, dog.
Yeah, like
all suspicions confirmed.
Yeah,
shout out to Huntsville, bro.
Everything about it looks like
this shit is Fayetteville. Y'all are twins. We like sister cities, man. Shout out to Huntsville.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
Cold world.
Shout out to J. Cole for coming to Alabama A&M.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was pretty dope that he's doing that. What is the tour called? Dang, I can't think of the name of it. Anyway, but he's just stopping at all the HBCU campuses, and he's, talking to all the students. He even played some basketball at Tennessee State. So I think that's pretty cool, him just pulling up like that.
That's it, man. He said, man, this thing just like Fayetteville. He said, man, y'all twins. But that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Hey, I like this. Alicia said we watching the State of the Bulldog Union tonight. That's right. That's right. That's right. And what up, Brand? He said it's Happy Beat Bama State Week. You know this, man.
Sir. Yes, sir.
So let's go there. All right. First off, all right, here's the standings. All right. So we're down into the final stretch of the season. The regular season will end next week. Right. You see Bethune-Cookman is pretty much theirs to take it to the house to win the regular season title and get that number 1 seed there in Atlanta. Now, as for our Bulldogs, right now we sit in the 3rd position via all the tiebreakers. But it is important that we finish this thing strong, because as you can see on the bottom of the screen, we play Alabama State. They come in on Saturday, and then we finish with the Louisiana schools. We have Grambling and then Southern. Okay, so what we need to do, if we can win all 3 games, there's a great shot that we will be the 2 seed in the tournament. And what is important about having the number 2 seed in the tournament on the men's side is that you do not have to face Bethune-Cookman until the finals at the very least. But Corey and I have said this many times in our private chats. Listen, this thing, it does not matter. Once you get to Atlanta, everybody's record is 0 wins, 0 losses.
Yes.
Anybody can win this sucker except Valley.
Oh, Wayne.
Let me say this.
Shout out to Valley first. Shout out to Valley for
Valley.
getting
Shout
their
out
win.
to Valley.
Yeah, they got
over,
their first
Texas Southern. So shout out to Valley.
Yeah, and let me say this about it's important if we can close out and get the 2 or 3 seed. That'll put us in a good position, because in everything in tournament time is all about matchups, and it's gonna get some teams who's gonna get knocked off that shouldn't have got knocked off, but we don't want that team to be us. But it's all about matchups, and so it's very important if we can play strong down, because even Alabama State, they looking at next to it's not much from second place all the way to next to last. And
right.
Alabama, I hate mentioning Alabama State's name, but hey, on a given day, hey, they really a good team. And I'm just telling you, they are a good team. And just like last year, they was the 8th seed and won the tournament last year.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't take anybody light, because if you do that, you will get eliminated in the tournament. And but it's important that we get the 2 or 3 seed, because that'll set us up relatively, because Bethune-Cookman, they've been head and shoulders above most of the SWAC, but when they're full speed. But I like our chances. We match up well, but it's all about matchups.
Yeah, and yes, that is right, Mr. Troy. Valley did get a win with an upset in the final seconds at home against Texas Southern. Yes, they did. So yeah, this is gonna be it's gonna be a dogfight, man, here on this men's side down there in Atlanta.
And
now,
one of the things on the men, you're on a neutral floor as well. A lot of teams play well at home, and so Bethune, they've won all their home games in the SWAC, and they might have lost 1, but either way, a lot of teams play their best at home. So on a neutral floor, we've lost 2 to Bethune. We've played better each time, and on a neutral floor, you never know what's going to happen on that neutral floor, because it's for some reason when we play them, they always shooting 60%. Because we play relatively good ball, but for some reason they shoot 60%. So I'm hoping when we do play them match up, whoever we play in the tournament, that they're not shooting 60%, because it's hard to beat a team regardless of who they are if they shooting 60%.
That's it, man. And the other thing that is important to know when you get in these tournament scenarios, man, it's been many times that one hot guy can carry a team to a chip, because you done seen that boy Deshaun Ruffin, man, get loose a lot from Jackson State.
Yeah, and we've had a lot of guys to step up lately. One in particular, Graham. Graham has really stepped up, and they'll need him to go in. So we definitely got the team to get it done. We got tough. Coach Jackson does a great job with this team. They're always playing great defense, and like I said, the men's side is just talented from top to bottom. Besides Valley.
Yeah. here on the men's side too, before we switch to the women, I'll also say this too. I know a lot of people, you're going to see it probably in these SWAC groups, and people going to come up and they're going to make a few these different scenarios. I'm going to tell you right now, no, they are not getting a number 15 seed, the winner. Just stop it. Don't even mention it. If you see it online, don't argue with the people. Trust me. Wild Wayne knows all the matchups. He knows all the metrics. He knows all this stuff. The winner of the SWAC is going to be a number 16 seed. And hopefully, they don't get put straight up against a number 1, right? Hopefully they get a chance to come right on here to Dayton in my home state, play 80 miles down the road, play in the first 4, have a chance to play a game, a winnable game against another number 16 seed, and get a chance to move on, right? And yes, man, if our Alabama A&M Bulldogs can pull that thing off, I will be sitting right there in Dayton, Ohio, in UD Arena, watching the game and watching us play. But I'm going to tell y'all now, the winner of the men's tournament, don't even bother. They get the number 16 seed, all right?
Now, and this probably
ahead.
needs to go without saying, but these to you guys' point mentioning these last 3 games being important as far as seeding, we need Bulldog Nation to show up in the event center.
Mm-hmm.
Every last person, if you are within an hour of Huntsville, pull up to the event center and cheer these Bulldogs on. It's going to be really important that they got the crowd behind them. I forgot which game it was, but Coach Jackson in his post-game interview, he mentioned how they were down, but then they got the energy. They fed off the energy from the crowd, and that's what made them get the win or helped them get the win. So Bulldog Nation definitely pull up to these games and support the Bulldogs.
Definitely.
Yeah. And now let's switch over to the women. All right. So the women, you've got you're looking at A&M. You know, it's on their racket to win the regular season title for the very first time in the SWAC. Right? 14-1, riding a 14-game win streak. And they've got the path in front of them. Now, when they played Alabama State the first time down there in Mobile on Martin Luther King Day, we remember that was a really, really tight game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important that our ladies, for as good as they've been playing, what is most important that I will say is that you want to close out the regular season and make sure that you are playing your best ball when you head into Atlanta. It does not matter, even winning this, what you've done 14 games in a row. What matters now is let's take care of the next 3 in great style and head to Atlanta playing some good ball, ready to roll, and ready to try to bring home that first ever SWAC championship on the women's side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because shout out to Coach Thorne, who has the girls locked in, playing very strong defensively, and that's where I see it where great progress has been made. They're playing some great defense and making it hard for the offense to score. So, but you got 2 of the hottest teams coming into town this weekend. Alabama State and Alabama A&M has been the 2 hottest teams in the women's sides as far as winning. And we need one game. If we win one game, we'll be assured for at least the number 1 seed. But we got to win 2 to have the outright regular season championship. But 1 win will tie for to get the number 1 seed. But to have the outright regular season championship, we need 2 wins.
That's right.
It just feels good to be having this kind of conversation. I don't think we've never been here before to talk about seeding with either of our teams.
You're right.
So that I think that just shows that, and I've said it before, that our focus has shifted a bit as to the priorities of the university, and athletics is just one of them. And with VP/AD Dr. Paul Bryant bringing in these new coaches and just turning our programs around for the better, it just feels good to have these kind of conversations because we never had them before.
That's right. And Arby said, any news on Mo Davenport? Well, that is the burning question. I don't have any news.
I don't have anything.
And even if we had something, we don't talk about injuries or anything on here regarding that. So But right now, the ladies are playing well. They're gelling together. They have an identity, and they're playing very strong, and they're locked in. And so, as Coach Thornton says, regardless of what happens, it's next man up.
Next man up.
And we found a way to win, and that's what we gonna operate on. Regardless of who's playing, who's not playing. It's next man up, and the girls. At the end of the day. Hey, they playing defense, and hey, it's just about next man up, and we're expected to win every game.
Absolutely. And so before I move off of this basketball topic here, I want to also give a brief PSA. Saturday's game is sold out. And so what sold out means is, it's sold out. You ain't getting the ticket. Some folk gonna be, man, you got one, you got an extra ticket. No, my brother, my sister. We told y'all weeks ago that you had to get your ticket. If you have not gotten a ticket for Saturday by now, you will be watching it on SWAC TV.
And it will also be, if you do have a ticket, and you think you're gonna be fashionably late, get up in that event center, you're gonna get a real surprise, because VP AD Bryant was here and said that the fire marshals will turn you around. They are gonna be checking for capacity and everything else they do, because they do not want that place overcrowded. So if you got your ticket, you better get there for the women's game, and you better stay there.
Yep.
For the men's game. Plus, they got some dope stuff happening, for the game, period. And you want to be a part of that. So get there on time and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, no, get there early. Don't get there on time.
There you go. Get there
early.
Because last year, didn't we show a picture last year of the parking lot? And then the cars was like wrapped around blocking traffic because everybody's trying to get at the game.
Yeah, I would advise getting there early, and two, we had AD Bryant on, and also Crystal Williams, and they talked about this game coming up, and at that time we only had 200 tickets left at that time, so get there early, and two, we got a good product. Women's basketball is a great, so
yeah,
we had the same amount of crowd that we're gonna have there for the men's game, and so the sold out crowd need to be there for the 2:00 game. And
look at this. He said you might be watching on SWAC TV with a ticket. Yep.
And you're gonna be mad, and we don't want to see y'all on social media trying to bash the athletic program because y'all couldn't get in. Because y'all good for that.
Oh
yeah,
man.
Yeah, man. So said Coach Thornton just ended an Instagram live asking everyone to come to the game. Listen, man, I'm gonna even say this, Ed Moore. Listen. The last 3 games of the season, even if you got a ticket or you don't have a ticket to Saturday, show up to the next 2 games on Tuesday and Thursday after it. Because what you want to do, you want to help send the team off well into the postseason by showing your appreciation. All right. So yeah, basketball, man, it's exciting. Because normally, man, at this time of year, man, we be talking about the scenarios that they need to do to make the tournament. Well, the men to make the tournament. So we ain't got to worry about that now. So we good. We good. All right. So let's turn now to somewhere that I was on this Saturday. While Wayne, I had the esteemed privilege of officiating in the SWAC Indoor Track Championship for the 3rd time on Saturday. And for those that did not see any of the action, we have a little bit to share with you, a couple of races that I will share with you. So first off, we'll go Layla Gaynor. Layla Gaynor, she was on our show last week. She was the defending champion in the 400-meter dash indoors, and this is her attempt to repeat. Let's see. All right, let's go back. Play. So now it doesn't want to play.
Oh man.
Come on. Okay. Let's see if we can play this one.
Oh, that's
Interesting.
So
Interesting.
Why are you trying to get that up? Yeah, they did. They had a good outcome. We had some champions, some SWAC champions. And we also had the 4x4 relay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Man, that's crazy.
Let's also give a shout out to SWAC TV, because that was the way that of course I and everybody else who was watching was able to watch it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm adding Layla's video a different way. So it's gonna come up here. So definitely gonna get that up. But yeah, talk about it, Dave, because you watched it. I was there, but you watched it.
So yeah, I was sitting at home watching it, and I thought Saturday's events were going to be shown also, but then you said it was just going to be for Sunday. And when I watched the events with Layla and Laura, and I forgot who else, it felt a little different, than just like a regular fan watching. And I think that's because we had them on the show and they talked about, what their goals were, and they talked about what their preparation looks like and what they're trying to do. And so when you see them, running these races and they're, hitting their goals, it was just like, wow, like amazing to see. Especially when I saw Laura. Laura was like lapping everybody on that track. I was like, man. And I remember asking her, like what's going through your head, on that final lap. And then Wayne, you rang that bell. You rang that bell. And I saw her pick up, her pace a bit. And I was like, man, she's really about to do this. And so when she crossed that finish line and she was walking to the side and she was just crying, showing all these emotions, I was like, wow, that's what she was talking about when she was on the show. So I thought that was really, really dope to see. And being able to see that on SWAC TV. Normally we have to, sometimes go online and watch it on the SWAC digital network at the time. But now having it on SWAC TV just made it, everything so much easier for everybody to watch.
Okay, so the Layla video has loaded up. So let's see this.
Go and defend their crowns here. Can Gaynor be the next one? We'll find out in just a few moments. Of course, she is in lane 5.
And we do have a representative from Alabama State in this heat as well. As we know, Alabama State has their way of making that surge. They'll make that surge from that athlete that you didn't expect to happen. So look out for the Hornets.
Absolutely, sir. As you take a look at the lane assignments. And the young ladies, the gun is up, and we are off. Remember, Gaynor is in lane 5. She is the reigning 400-meter dash indoor champion. Right now, she is running Nakia Williams down.
Really good.
Gaynor out in front, but as that curve comes around, we see London Johnson of Alabama State for a second was in the mix, but Gaynor out there in front. Right behind Gaynor is Nakia Williams. And now Gaynor's going to try to keep that lead. Well, Williams is right behind her. They're on the back straightaway. About 100 meters to go, everyone. Here comes the back curve. And Layla Gaynor trying to keep her crown. Gaynor still out in front. Can Williams catch her? The answer is no. And Layla Gaynor is going to defend her gold medal and go back-to-back as the champion of the women's 400-meter dash on the indoor here in the SWAC.
Oh,
Because she just walked off
man.
like it was nothing. Like it was nothing.
From front to the end, and and that was awesome.
Man, she had like
man.
I was just gonna say that she
Go
got
ahead.
a really good start off. I was just paying attention to her form and everything. And man, she just did really well.
Yeah, man. And you know what was so interesting was, and it's like you guys, you noticed, you pointed it out how quickly she walked off. The reason why she quickly walked off was she came back and ran the 200-meter final like 30 minutes later. So she had to
Wow.
hurry up and get off to go get cooled down to get ready to run the 200-meter final later.
I've been laid out like this. Lord help me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. And that was crazy because the whole time as I'm watching her run, I'm sitting there and again, as an official, we do not root, we do not have any interest. Now internally, I was
gonna
like,
ask that one. I was gonna ask
internally,
like,
I was like, come on, you got this thing. Yeah, all right. When it was over, I was like, all right. And I'm like, all right, on to the next one. I got the 800 next. I got to get ready to do the lap count on this 800. I turned the page quickly. But that was pretty cool, man. That was really dope. Now, the next one we'll show, we got Laura Avila, and we had her on our show last week. And Laura Avila, now I'll set this up. So this was Laura Avila. This is the end of her running the 5,000. Now, I'll set this up. There were two sections of the 5,000. Okay. The defending champion, Olivia Brown from Texas Southern, ran in the first section. And she ran 17 minutes and 50 seconds to win that race. So Laura was in the second section. And, as I said before, both sections are by time. Right. So the fastest of the top 8 finishers from both heats, those are the ones who scored the points. So she knew what she needed to do. And here is that video.
Just to get some of that track and field lingo and jargon that, we may not know about on the day-to-day basis. And the final bell was rang for Lauren Avila of Alabama A&M. Remember, she's trying to get a top 3 finish, the top 3 times from section 1 for 17:50 and a half, 18:23.34, and 18:24.40. So here comes Avila around the final curve, along that final straightaway. And Avila will go 17.40. So unofficially, she will capture the gold medal for the women's 5,000 run. Congratulations to that Lady Bulldog.
Looked like she put it all on the line.
She really, really did.
Put it on the line.
And she is hugging one of her teammates so tightly. Lauren Avila is a young lady from the country of Colombia. She's a transfer from Hutchinson.
Yeah, man.
That was so awesome to watch.
It was.
Yeah, man.
That was so awesome.
So much emotion, and they put their hard sweat, tears in it, and just to see, all that hard work pay off, and it's awesome, man. So I'm happy for them. I'm happy for the individual award winners. Those that didn't win, that actually went out there and gave their all and put a good product on the field. So hey, that's just great to see.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And what was so crazy about that race was, so I before I show the last one, I'll tell y'all about this 5,000. It was so crazy. So I showed up early in the morning before we started running, because one of the things that I had to do before I showed up for all the running was I had to help the clerking area pull off those hip numbers that you see all the athletes running. We had to prepare those. And I got the heat sheets for the finals, and I said, oh, wow, there's 2 sections of the women's 5,000 and one of the men. And I was like, man, I got a lap count 75 laps here, because it's a 25 lap race on a 200-meter track.
Yeah.
And then I went up before the meet started. I went up and I saw Mo Carter up there in the booth, and I told him and the production crew, I said, okay, production crew and Mo, I got to tell y'all something, just so y'all know. There are 3 5,000 meter races that are going to be conducted today. So I was like, whatever filler material you had planned for today, save it for the 5,000. I said, when you get to the 5,000, make sure you talk about all the SWAC happenings. You can talk about SWAC basketball. You can talk about football, baseball. You can empty the chamber. I said, man, you can even talk about the Birmingham weather. You can talk barbecue, talk it all. I said, do what you need to do. But during that hour, it's going to be nothing but running. And he said, they all just looked at me like, bro, you serious? I said, yeah, I'm serious, bro. I'm serious. But it was still dope, man, the way it all happened and the way it all played itself out.
Now my son runs run track too, and he runs club, and we ran down at the Crossplex, and I know the indoor track is smaller than outdoor. So
Yeah.
how many miles is 5,000?
It's a 5K, 3.1 miles.
Okay.
So when you run on the outdoor track, the 400 meter track is 12 and a half laps.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but yeah, but now I've got, last but not least, I've got the video that many have seen that was shared on Facebook and also on Instagram. If you have not seen it, we're going to show it to you here and you get to see it. And if you've seen it, you get to relive the moment again. It was that women's 4x4.
Also said that a dark horse in this race will be Alabama A&M,
which is out of lane 5.
So the Lady Rattlers are in lane 3. Lady Tigers of Texas Southern in lane 4. Lady Bulldogs
here we go
in lane 5. Alabama State's Lady Hornets in lane 6. And we are off. Florida A&M making up good ground on the back straightaway. At the break, it's Florida A&M out in front, but Alabama State right behind them, followed by Alabama A&M and Texas Southern University. Getting ready for the first exchange. As I mentioned, there is not one student athlete in this building that is sitting down. They are all on their feet, cheering on their respective schools.
And here we go, closing the first handoff here.
Yes, sir, and the first handoff. It'll be Florida A&M in the lead, followed by Alabama State. No surprise. Alabama A&M in third place, Texas Southern in fourth place. Florida A&M with an early lead on the back straightaway. This is the second leg. Lady Rattlers out in front. Alabama A&M has moved to second place. And here comes Alabama A&M University. Lady Bulldogs have passed up the Lady Hornets and the Lady Rattlers.
This may be Alabama A&M's strongest leg, but we'll actually see.
Here we go. It's FAMU. It's Alabama A&M. Good exchange for both. And here we go. FAMU still out in front. Alabama A&M in second place. Alabama State University in third place. Texas Southern coming up the rear in fourth place. Lady Rattlers with the lead, but Alabama A&M trying to close in on them, coming around that first curve. And look at Alabama A&M. They have taken the lead. Alabama A&M still with the lead.
Here comes FAMU.
But here comes FAMU with that kick leg. Remember, FAMU has to finish in front of Alabama State to win this thing outright for the women. It's Alabama A&M. It's Florida A&M. They are 1 and 2. The handoffs are good.
So it looks like it's going to be Florida A&M.
Florida A&M and Alabama A&M going 1 and 2. Alabama A&M has handed off to Alicia Wilson, the former all-SWAC basketball standout who has made her way to the track and field. And those strides are really, really taking toll. Here comes Wilson. And Wayne Cartwright is ringing that bell. Final lap. Here we go. If you're Florida A&M, you're in perfect position because of where you are and where Alabama State is. If you're Alabama A&M, you're trying to spoil the plains for everybody.
Here we go.
Here we go. Alicia Wilson from Alabama A&M. She's done coming down to the final straightaway. Can she win it for the Lady Bulldogs? She's 20 meters away, and Wilson will win it for Alabama A&M University. Florida A&M coming in second, Texas Southern in third, and Alabama State in fourth for this section. Now we need to compile all these times. First of all, Alabama A&M with a winning time of 3 minutes, 41.78 seconds. Florida A&M, 3:43.31. Alcorn State.
Wow.
Man,
that was so dope.
So Shelby Sanders led off. Layla Gaynor was the second leg. Ooh. And then Brianna Samuels ran third, and then Alicia Wilson anchored that thing. And
let me tell you, man, all of them did well, but hey, all of them did awesome. But that second leg, God,
Layla Gaynor,
she went out and got them and caught them, and then you can tell that's pure speed. But then that fourth leg, that's where that weight room and that strength come. And Alicia Wilson, who used to play basketball, you can tell, hey, that strength in that weight room, that's what that takes. And she had a strong fourth leg. And that just goes to show you how talented individuals that we have. Someone who played basketball can come and train for this 1 year, and just imagine, just the athletic ability of some of them. Just imagine if she really, focused on that for 4 years, how she ran that last fourth leg. That's that weight room. I'm telling you. And she probably, if she wouldn't have been in basketball or something, she probably wouldn't have, been in that weight room. But man, that was awesome.
Yeah, man.
I can't remember what I was trying to find that particular year. I can't remember what it was, but it was a viral video of the U.S. women's track team, and they won the relay. I just can't remember what year it was. I can't remember the athlete's name, man. But that race reminded me of that. I want to say the lady's name was Alex, who ran that second leg. It might come to me, but their race reminded me of that women's Olympic relay race. Oh, I wish I could find it.
You talking about Allison Felix?
Yeah. That race there, because she ran the second leg on their race, and she just took off, and that's what Layla reminded me of.
Man. Shout out to the coach. Shout out to the coach, because he's the one who had set up who's gonna run first, second, third, and fourth. Because some coaches mess around and run their fastest, let them go out there first, and then you get walked down. And so you got to be selective on how you set up, your relay team to win. So shout out to the coach for putting that together.
Yeah, man. So and let me tell y'all this, man. So just being there on ground level, man, that crowd was on fire. It was so loud up in there. I mean, I couldn't even hear, I could hear nothing. No, like it was somebody that was trying to say something to me that was standing next to me. I couldn't barely hear them. That's how loud it was. Everybody in there, because it's the last event of the track meet, and and at that point, FAMU's women were 2 points ahead of Alabama State for the team title going into that event. They ended up winning the team title, by finishing ahead of Alabama State and winning. But it was just like FAMU's women, all their whole team making noise, trying to will them to a win. Our people was making noise. There was parents that was there. It was awesome. And I'm thinking to myself, as I'm watching it ground level, I'm looking at Alicia, and Alicia, for those that also didn't know, she ran in the 400-meter final earlier. She was in the section that was before Layla Gaynor's victory. And when she came off the track, she was very, very frustrated with the way she ran. She finished 5th. So she had a whole lot of incentive and had a chip on her shoulder to make sure that she brought that victory home. And man, she was howling, boy, coming around them corners.
Yeah.
Real
on run.
Yeah, man.
And I remember from last year as well, you talked about how people actually show up for this event, you know, this championship. And not just, former athletes of the schools, but people in the Birmingham area come out to support their team. So shout out to all those people that came out and supported those athletes.
Yeah, man. And Commissioner McClellan, I'm telling y'all, I said this last week. A lot of commissioners, they only show up when it's time to hand out the trophy. And sometimes they don't even show up at all. The associate commissioners show up. Dr. McClellan was there sitting in the suite both days, the whole time. Jason Cable, the athletic director of Alabama State, he was there the whole time. I caught up with him. Abby Brigman, in our department, she was there. I mean, it was a good amount of folks, man, a who's who. So the SWAC it's going to continue to be there at the Crossplex there in Birmingham because, it's a really, really good facility. And I'm telling y'all, in the future, you got to make it at least one time to go down there and see the SWAC indoor because it is a first-class event. And you will definitely not come away disappointed, man. So I'm already excited, looking forward to getting to Baton Rouge in May to do the outdoor, man. It'll be my first time doing the outdoor coming up in May. So yeah, Edwin Moore, I'm coming to Southern University to work that in May, man. So yeah, shout out to the SWAC for putting it on, man. They did a great event.
Awesome.
And I'm pretty sure it definitely means a lot to those athletes too, because track and field, cross country, they don't get a lot of recognition, and so having people come out and support them like that, I'm pretty sure it means a lot to them.
Absolutely. And he said, commissioner and his team attend all the tournaments, including the bowling. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Because listen, man, I worked ACC outdoor last year at Wake Forest. The commissioner of the ACC, he showed up. Jim Phillips showed up he showed up during the 5,000, and the 5,000 is the next to last race. Walking around, shaking hands. Appreciate all of you for all that you do. Thank you for making this a great event. But anyhow, shout out to the SWAC, man. Big stuff. All right. Last but not least tonight, I got something, we got to end the show tonight on something cool and something funny. So it's something that I had done at the top of the year. And I call this the stages of grief for trash talkers. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, in the comments, this is a group discussion. So I want you to participate in all of this. Okay. Now, Corey and Dave, you guys know this stuff so very, very well. So I'm going to go over this and then we can talk about this. I have a couple slides on this so we can have some good time. All right. Now, it's a football field in the background, but listen, this applies to all sports. Okay. So here's the stages of grief for trash talkers. If your team loses, number one, many of you will blame the officials. Man, them officials, man, they was giving us bad calls the whole time. Man, them officials, man, they wanted us to lose. Like, okay, so the officials really just had it in their mind when they showed up in the parking lot to work this game today, that they were gonna make sure that your team wasn't gonna get any calls. Number two, people blame the conditions. Oh, man, man, that wind was blowing the wrong way on that field goal, man. If that wind wasn't blowing, man, he'd have made that kick. Oh, man, it was raining. It was raining, man. It was too cold, man. Man, this weather, man. Or they'll blame the stadium. Man, that stadium, man, with them bootleg old locker rooms, man, that field, that grass, that turf, man. If it was better, man, blaming the conditions. If that doesn't work, then three, you blame the coach. Man, he been calling, man, I don't know what the hell he been calling. Listen, He was the same coach that you said was a genius last week when you won.
When you won, right?
When you won. Now this week you lost. Now you got to blame the coaches. Got to blame the coaches, right? Number 4.
That one.
You'll pin everything from the loss on a few plays. Now I'm going to put my cousin on blast, man. This is so funny. This is so funny. This was last year that Tua Tagovailoa played for Alabama. You remember, Corey, when they lost to Clemson in the national championship game?
Mm-hmm.
It was 44-16. Okay, this is what my cousin said. He's a diehard Bama fan. This is what this Negro actually had the audacity to say. Man, Clemson, man, they wasn't even that good, man. If you take away that one interception, that was a pick 6, that other fumble, and that one long pass they threw, man, they ain't really do nothing. What I said
had to break it down to the lowest common denominator, huh?
And then what I said to him was, I said, bro, y'all lost 44-16. And then my uncle, he came in and he said, he's a diehard Bama fan. This is what he said to him. You know, I don't know, bud. Sometimes you just get beat.
And it's as simple as that.
But look, people pin a loss on a few plays, man. They be like, man, did you see that one holding call that they didn't call? Like, forget the fact that it was 100 other plays that could have been made, that your team made, but you just want to focus on that 1 or 2 plays or 1 or 2 calls.
Yeah.
Now, you know, last season during football season, I think we all, Bulldog Nation, we were all number 1 when we played Grambling. And
yes.
So when you came, you had to educate us on what that rule was.
Because I had to talk you off the ledge.
We was hot, boy.
But still, they don't never call that.
Hey, we was ready to drive down the Grambling, man.
But they don't never call that, man. I saw
never seen it. Never
saw
seen
it in the NFL playoffs. The same thing happened, and they gave it to the other team who got the ball.
Man, I had to talk so many people off the ledge, man.
Yeah, you did, boy.
Man, y'all was ready to go in.
We were all number 1.
And listen, man, it was it seemed like every Sunday night I had, man, people was going in on officials. Listen, swag refs be blowing some calls, but listen, swag refs don't get a lot of credit for the calls they do get right. Yeah. So, man, all right. So if all this doesn't work, then you go 6. This is what a trash talker would do. If all the first 5 points don't work, then they'll go, well, how many titles have y'all won?
And that is so true.
Yeah. We won all these championships. We won the D1 national title. Back in
1978.
Yeah. It'd be a title from when nobody was alive, and they talking about, man, we done won all them titles. Yeah, how many titles y'all won?
That school when FCS first started, we won a title.
Exactly. Right? Exactly. All right. So if you talking about how many titles you won, if that don't work, then you go to number 7. Well, how many titles have y'all actually won? How many titles y'all won? I know how many we won, but how many titles have y'all won? And it's like, bro, we talking about what's happening today. This game you lost today. Okay, so if 7 doesn't work, then they'll go to number 8. This is these folk, man. Listen, I know so many folk notorious. They'll find a game, any game from many years ago to point to talk to and talk trash off that. Well, that's all right. Remember the last time y'all came to Huntsville, man? We spanked y'all. We spanked y'all real good. Like,
got to find the game on a VHS.
But then if number 8 don't work, then, you know, these jokers, they'll get selective amnesia. Lie and say nothing ever happened. Man, I don't remember that. I don't know what you're talking about. And then if that don't work, then number 10, man, well, y'all just suck anyway, man. Y'all trash. Y'all ain't never going to win nothing either. Y'all ain't, man. See, y'all still ain't going to no SWAC championship. That's all right. Y'all finna be just like us.
At home.
At home.
At home. What Jen do? She got a couch for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Okay. In other words, you never got beat. You were cheated, robbed, a victim of a conspiracy. Trash talkers also love to remind you of their wins, but they have a short memory on their losses.
Yeah, you never hear about them losses, boy. Never hear about them losses, boy. But you know what? I got to say sometimes too. Also, all those reasons that you gave, they're all valid, right? Because we've all seen them. But it makes good trash talking though, because I'm not a trash talker, right? A lot of people know I'm not a trash talker, but I enjoy reading those responses that be in these different Facebook groups and on Twitter because they be funny, but they're all true. Everybody uses those.
Listen, man, when Jackson State, shout out to all my Jackson State folk. Y'all know I love y'all, man. But I gotta be funny tonight with a couple of y'all people. Last year when they played Hampton in the opener, remember all that talk was, man, they gonna tear Hampton or they gonna blow them out. Hampton trash, they this, they that, right? Mm-hmm. Struggled the whole game. Mm-hmm. Came in the fourth quarter. One guy came and said Hampton would beat every single team in the SWAC. That's what he said. We was like, really, bro? How about y'all? Or maybe y'all just didn't play a good game today. Hampton would beat every team in the SWAC.
It happens sometimes, it happens. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Y'all got the win, but hey, sometimes you got to build up to it.
but even the SWAC football championship, hey, hey, give a chance. Hey, we playing at home, hey, all that kind of stuff. They got beat on their home field, so But hey, I digress.
Yeah, but like I said, never got beat. You were cheated, robbed, victim of that never will admit defeat. Never. It's always got to be something. But like I said, they love to remind you of their wins, but they don't remember them losses. Okay.
That's funny.
Now let's go to this one. This is the last one. What do trash talkers hate? When this is for me, and this is for everybody to know. This is how you put the Heisman stiff arm on a trash talker. I'm good at this one because listen, you try to trash talk Wild Wayne, I'll be like, bro, stop. I don't care. You doing it with the wrong one. Right. I don't care. So when your only response is the final score, just put the score up there.
Look at the scoreboard. Look at the scoreboard.
Right. Scoreboard do all the talking. Don't entertain none of they talk. Just show them the scoreboard. Go on. Number 2. When you admit your team isn't very good. This is the one people try to trash talk me about my teams. I'm like, I told you we wasn't gonna win. So what are you talking about?
Right. We know what we look like right now.
we know, man. We're in a rough period right now, man. Like, you ain't hurting me. We know we aren't very good. They hate that. Then this one, number 3. Man, oh man, do not, when you don't take the bait on Twitter and Facebook, because I'm going to tell y'all, man, these folk now, they ain't got nothing to do with their lives. They'll love to take you down the road with them. And they always got to have the last word in an argument.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot of them got to have the last word. Yeah, I don't get in that, none of that, because, yeah.
And then this is another number 4, what they hate. When your team is so much better than theirs and you don't even have to talk to them. Hey, like, man, right, we know we're good. I ain't got to tell you about that. You already know. Just the fact that they know that your team is good, you ain't got to even entertain them. You ain't got to say nothing.
That's it right there, number 4.
And last but not least, many trash talkers are bored. They need someone to entertain them. It's easy to ignore them and keep going. So,
yeah,
real easy.
The stages of trash talk.
Yeah, most of them don't have a life. That's why they like to talk and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
He said, yep, happens to Southern all the time. We can't catch a break with calls. But listen, man, in all seriousness though, when it comes down to competition in sports and things of that nature, what's important is that we just have to keep it fun, man. It's a beautiful game.
Yeah.
You know, like as quick as this basketball season has rolled on, look at it right now. Next week, we're gonna be at the season finales, and then we will be talking about SWAC tournament, March Madness, all that stuff coming up. You know, as much as we all love football, you see how excited everybody gets when July comes, and then August, and before you know it, man, you in January and it's over. So you just need to enjoy the sports and enjoy it for what it is. And celebrate your teams, whether they win or lose, man. You got to try to support them as best as you can. Because listen, man, all the teams that are winning, you've all had periods when y'all weren't very good. So you got to appreciate the good times when you have them. That's why we are where we are with Alabama A&M basketball. We are basking in the now and enjoying the now and pushing them in the now because we want to see them win a championship in the now. Right. So, but yeah, man, great show tonight. Appreciate everybody for coming on by and hanging out with us for a bit. And next week we're gonna have a really, really good show for everybody. It'll be really, really fun. And you know, hope everybody just enjoys themselves this week. Hold on, I gotta put all this stuff. It said number 11, our band won. I like that one.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, we gotta add that one. Yeah, because they want to go to well, our band won. Hey.
But y'all know at the football game, that's part of the competition too. The band gotta represent too.
Hold on, man. Before I move on, there's more comments that came up. All this stuff came up at once. All right, our band won. That's hilarious. Here we go. We gonna whip y'all next year. That's another one.
that's definitely another one.
Yeah. That's all right. We gonna get y'all next year.
Yeah, they gonna get their league back. Yeah.
Look at this one. It said, man, y'all just need to go back to D2. I like that one. Y'all go back to D2. Here we go. It said, then they go claiming blood stat. I see all this stuff. I see this stuff, man. And then here we go. I like this one, boy. He said, why is it that HBCUs are the only ones that brag about conference titles? He said that is so played out and corny. That's why we're behind in football and most of the FCS. You know what, man? People just love to just live in the past, man. It is what it is. And he said, Jackson State this, Jackson State that. I use y'all as an example. Chris Dukes, man, I love this dude, man. He's awesome. That's my guy, man.
Yeah.
Look at this. FAMU, one national championship shouldn't be devalued because that's when the FCS started, because during that time, HBCU play was at its peak. Problem is, people assume that it's like today when it's not. Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Facts. He's got one more. The Celebration Bowl, Heritage Bowl, and others like it was made possible partly because those racists wanted to keep us out of FCS elite football. We've been played, and most of us don't see it. Yeah, well, you know, man, what I'll say to this right here, and I don't want to take too much time on this because our time is pretty well spent. What I'll say on this right here is, I think what's important, we need to really focus on, like I said, we got to focus in the now. Mm-hmm. And what I mean by that is we got to really focus on what we got to do to make our programs better in the now. Because what happened in the past, that's something that is the past, and it's something that we actually should use and learn from, instead of using it as something that keeps us, either divided or keep us frustrated. I think it's important that we look at what we need to do in the moving forward. You know, we do have a good product with the Celebration Bowl. It's a really good one. I've enjoyed going to the last two of them. I like what they've done to lay it out. The interest and the buzz in it, watching it on TV is great. Also, I thought it was great that FAMU had made a FCS playoffs one year when they didn't win the SWAC. Same thing as North Carolina Central made it one year when they didn't win the MEAC. Tennessee State went to a playoff. So, one of these things that you're going to see is there's a lot of teams that are moving their way out. You see, North Dakota State is moving its way out into the FBS. Sacramento State moving its way in the FBS. So a lot of teams are making their way up. And when they make their way up, it creates some opportunities for us. And what also creates opportunities for us is the fact that you're seeing transfers, people that really just want to play football. They're not really about chasing bags and all that kind of stuff. They really just want to play football. Some of them are buried on these depth charts at all these other schools, and they end up coming to us because they really have an opportunity to play. And that can only make our product better. So that's what I'll say about that, man. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So tonight, man, I'm just really appreciative that we had this chance to come on here and just have a good time and talk. And you got something, Dave?
Yeah. I don't know if you was going to mention this, but I'm going to go ahead and mention it anyway.
Go ahead.
Tomorrow in Huntsville, they got the Walk-On Sports Bistro. They're going to be doing a live taping of the coaches show. So Coach Thornton and Coach Jackson both going to be there, and they're going to have two players. I believe Kayla and Dozier are going to be there tomorrow. So y'all pull up. The address is 8368 Highway 72, West Madison, Alabama, 35758. That's tomorrow from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Y'all go out there and support these coaches and support these players.
And also, Bulldog Nation, get to the game early. We want a sellout crowd at 2:00. And we want to have the environment hostile for those people down 65. And because we want to push the two teams, our women and our men's team, to victory. And also, fans, it's going to be a lot of opportunities out there. Alumni are going to have a section. And also, I hear that it's going to be an opportunity for somebody to win a car. It's going to be a car giveaway.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So hey, who can use a car? I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all can use a car, especially how expensive things are these days.
But there might be a celebrity that popped up.
It might be a celebrity sighting. So hey, but the product is gonna be good on the court.
Oh, most definitely.
The women and the men, it's a great product on the court. And so y'all come out and support those student athletes and push them to a victory and to finish out the season strong and going into the tournament and just come out and support them. It's senior night, I think, as well as I think they're going to hold senior night for this game against Saturday.
Yeah.
Come out and show your Bulldog pride.
Maroon. Well, maroon.
That's it. So, you've seen what we said tonight. Those that just joined us, make sure you go back and watch. Share the show with people. Next Tuesday, we'll be back with another special show, man. It'll be great. Shout out to Jay the Great. Shout out to T Good. And shout out to DT Green. For Dave Thomas, Corey C.K. Williams, I'm Wild Wayne Cartwright. Ladies and gentlemen, this is From the Hill Podcast. It's fun. It's you. It's us. It's From the Hill Podcast. We'll see you next Tuesday. Good night. Thank you. Love you.